we are seeing the silver lining of a new India doing things in a different way. Let me open up this telecast. General Sivach is with us, Major Mohammed Ali Shah with us, Alok Mehta is on the broadcast with us, and Professor Nalapat is with us. Get Major Shah into this. Major Shah, from the first responders of the locals, okay, to it happened that now we know that one of the NDRF guys on leave was on board the trains. So he literally got on WhatsApp and sent them a live location immediately that this has happened. So the team could arrive immediately. 200 ambulances, you know, countless amounts of buses, medical camps were set up. We're not talking a week later, we're talking hours later. The relief operation was the rescue operation itself. We're talking 1,000 people injured. So rescue operation itself was over in a few hours. Now literally the trains are removing the bogies now. This is a different kind of response. So if you want a silver lining in something that has gone wrong, at least we have not compounded the tragedy with inefficiency, ineptitude, callousness, post facto.
Rishabh, it's very, very unfortunate that some people want to politicize this grief as well, this loss as well, and they've asked for our Railway Minister Ashwini Vaishnav's resignation. I would like to ask them for what? For doing for conducting a very good relief and rescue operation. Like as you mentioned, in 36 hours, everything is cleared. For that, resignation for that? Are you kidding me? I mean, you mentioned about a child prince. He had fallen off in a borewell, in a ditch. 6 days to rescue him. Ultimately, the army was called to rescue him. That's a different thing. Army, last resort is army. When there's a flood, army, earthquake, army, drought, army. Why should we get bashing, we get stone pelting for doing a thankless job? What rubbish? I mean, I don't agree with that. I don't get that logic. Now, at the end, again, when this accident happened, it's very unfortunate, very sad. And I have expressed condolence earlier as well. Once again, through your channel and through you, I would express condolence to the bereaved families who have lost their lives and families who are directly affected by it. We all are affected by it. It's a personal loss to all of us. But the families who are immediately related to the victims, be it the ones who are bereaved, be it the ones who are wounded, grievously wounded. See, regarding giving out the death toll or the casualty toll, I would say, of X number, whatever number it could be, it serves no purpose to anyone at the moment. And if someone wants to argue, is this not the right figure, that's the right figure, how does it help? I would like to ask.
No, there will be a figure, and the figure generally always goes up before.
I know the figure.
But but Major Shah, like I said, I mean, without a brief for anyone, the conceptualization that when something goes wrong, and we have to make absolute efforts to make sure nothing goes wrong in the first place. But things will happen. Kedarnath example, cyclones will happen, accidents will happen, a bus will fall into a gorge, we can try to make the road safer, we can try to make the bus tires better, but things will go wrong. But it is the sheer ineptitude and I would say callousness, okay, not bothered, okay, which we've seen in the past. And this is not just Railway Minister, this is the NDRF guys, this is the locals, this is even the ambulance drivers. I mean, you think about it, in a district, getting one ambulance can be so difficult, let alone getting 200 within a few hours. And all these things then help mitigate something which has already gone wrong, because something bad has already happened.
Sure, you know, and exactly, and look at the way we mobilized straight away. I mean, there was an Fauji Admi traveling. I think your channel interviewed him, Deepak, his name was. There was a Fauji Jawan, and he mentioned that how he entered the bogies. They were all he couldn't breathe over there. It was all very suffocating. He went out, he vomited. After vomiting, he came back. The people taking on videos. He said, "No problem, you guys go ahead, take videos, but at least show the lights because you have mobile phones." And he climbed on top. And he did his best. So similarly, there were other people. And I would say, not just army, not just NDRF, my civil brothers and sisters, everyone who participated in the rescue and relief operation, over 1,000 units of blood was collected within minutes. Within hours, I would say, they had gotten how many units? Ambulances reached there straight away. I mean, they did their best. I mean, what more can one do? Now, the very fact when you are stuck in that situation, when you are rescuing everyone, you want to wish well, there's commotion, everybody's trying to throw their own orders, their own wisdom, that do this, do that. In that, keeping your calm, cool, composure, and then doing it. I mean, as you mentioned, the Fauji army took out his WhatsApp, they sent the live location. This
Yeah.
is where exactly I am.
Yeah, exactly. This is where I am. This happened, and so they got there quickly. Because the political compulsion, Major Shah, is, and I just mentioned this, and take your last word, sir, that if you are in power, then your first gut reaction is, how do I wiggle myself out of this one? How do I shield myself? And that becomes your gut thought. And if you're out of power, your first response doesn't become, what can we do? How do we fix the problem? What's the solution? Your first response is resign, you're a loser, and everything is wrong. Is these gut reactions that need to change. That if you're in power, your first response is to do something, go and act, go and save the lives, solve the problem, then sit, find what went wrong, and then take quick action and both a long-term plan for the tech upgrades that obviously we need.
Absolutely, Rishabh. Very well said by you, and I totally agree that yes, that should be the first reaction by everyone, and I'm glad that is the reaction that our Minister, Mr. Ashwini Vaishnav as well, he had. And see, critics will critique. I mean, they will criticize, they'll pull you down.
Which is good. Which is exactly what should happen. I'm talking about the gut political reaction, which is, if you're in power, oh, how do I wiggle myself out of this one, blame somebody else. You could have sat there, PM blaming previous government for not upgrading the tracks, pointing out all the previous accidents that took place, and we could have been doing this one-upmanship till the cows came home.
Rishabh, that's what I'm saying, by saying, okay, I resign, and I'm going home, and kids do that, that kind of stuff. So by that, a person who's grievously wounded, and who's grievously injured, who's battling for his life, who has he might survive. By doing that, will he survive? By doing that, we'll spread even further negativity around. So, right, the priority at that time was saving lives of the ones who are injured, donating blood, getting ambulances, getting first aid.
So we have proved to ourselves that we are capable of response, of efficiency, of alacritous action, not by running away, but by being there, accepting that the buck stops here,